has a really nice, clear, and now she can eat, right? She has a really very expressive mouth. When horses have a lot of tension, they usually will show it in this lower lip. Oh, she goes, gosh, maybe I will survive this day. Her lip is so tucked. Can you see it? It's just clenched. Notice her at the end of the day today, because that lip's not going to look like that. But these are the things I look for to know how much tension am I dealing with in my horse. For her, she's tight as she can be. When I ask her to lower, I think she says thank you. Like, phew, I got a moment of respite from my tension. All this mouth stuff is just her trying to release some of that tension. There you go. So as you watch me, watch the others, I want to see all the horses' heads down low. And if the horse lifts its head up, ask it back down. Can you teach a horse to maintain the position of being low? The cool thing about horses is they're so available to our suggestion. And so as we suggest things like relaxation, they're quick to go, that feels good. I'll follow you with that idea for sure. There. Now when I put Sue down, she can find a moment of relaxation. She's going to pop back up, and every time she pops back up now, I'm going to ask her back down. So she can start to feel like Tia's only happy with my head low. Every time I bring my head back up, Tia's bothering me again. And so she can get good at it. Good job. Okay. Now I care about them following a feel because it's not, like I said, it's not about the trailer. What it's about is, can you follow my suggestion? So I'm asking her right now to follow the halter, and she can. She's a nice mare, a brave mare, and so as I ask her to follow my suggestion, she says, I can do that. But what I want to do for her, Marley, is make that a more automatic response. Because what she does right now is, if I ask her to follow my suggestion, her initial response to that pressure is brace. And then she makes a thought about it. I want the initial response to pressure automatically to be to follow my feel. I want you to notice here, what I did with the tarp is exactly what I'm going to do with the trailer. I offered her the tarp. And she stopped and thought about it. And she investigated it. This is where confidence begins. Me being able to say, I have an idea, could you follow this idea? And giving her the time and the feeling that she can investigate and check for safety for herself. Over time, she'll recognize that I never lead her anywhere that's not safe, right? So as I do this work with her, you can see her getting braver and calmer and more available for the idea. Watch her eyelids. They show stress in their eyelids really clearly. What I'm doing here with the tarp, that's turbo loading, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. But too often we get to the trailer and we're thinking, I gotta go. First of all, I'm late. Or, horse, damn it, you're making me late, right? Or we're thinking, I've spent all this money or done all this prep and my crap's all loaded, get on the trailer. And that is not safe or comfortable. You are the predator. When you have that feeling in your heart and in your gut, your horse knows. Your horse knows. And so it makes sense for you to say, can you just follow me by taking one step? And as soon as the horse can do that, my reward. My reward just means I take pressure off. That's all it means. So that's the release that teaches. So I'm going to have everybody take some time here, and I don't want your horse to follow you. It's another point point I want to make. I know I'm talking a lot, but I feel like there's all these things I want to set the tone for so that what you see today is a common theme across all the work that you see. I'm doing it on the horse's time. So as I ask her here to follow this feel, I have to develop a horse that says, you haven't led me wrong yet. Now, I do not have horses follow me into the trailer. I send horses everywhere. And the reason I do that, because if my horse doesn't have enough confidence to go first, they're not ready. The horse isn't ready. They have to follow me somewhere. They don't have the confidence to do it without me. They're not ready. And that's the thing I believe mostly. I can get in a horse and I can pull on their head, right, and maybe get them in. But more than likely what I'm teaching them to do is grace against me. Does everybody know what I mean? You get in the trailer and you start pulling on their head. The horse is learning, I'm stronger than you, which I never want my horse to know, right? It never helps me for my horse to know he's stronger. It teaches my horse to rear. Right? We've all seen it. It teaches my horse that they don't have to, that they have options that I don't want them to know they have, which is to not do my plan. I need them to think my plan is the beginning and the end of everything good in their lives. So I always send. And if my horse says I can't send in, then I say, good, that's what we'll work on. Anytime my horse wants to investigate, I shut up. When my horse is expressing investigation, they are building confidence. Every time my horse is worried and then decides to smell something, I have to shut up. Because in that moment, they are using the front part of their brain, the frontal lobe. Horses' brains, they have this really big amygdala and this really tiny frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is where logic is from, reasoning, thinking. Amygdala is fight or flight, adrenaline response, right? They have this massive amygdala, this tiny frontal lobe. We humans, again, are the opposite. Massive frontal lobe, tiny amygdala, right? So every time my horse stops and smells something, the frontal lobe is firing, and I'm all for that. Whatever I can do to get the frontal lobe to fire, I'm gonna do. Does that make sense? I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'm gonna have everybody start asking their horses to go over things face horse first. It's important that you do things from both sides. Horses have a really interesting connection with left eye and right eye to the brain. So as my horse does things, if I stay in one side, the other side is not prepared for what the world might offer. So I make sure to always be offering communication with my horse from both sides. Isn't that nice? Her pole is low. She's working, licking and chewing a little bit, releasing more adrenaline. She's moving rhythmically.
Oh.
She's now stopped at, one fell down. That horse is so stressed.